See, every jersey number has a unique backstory attached to it, and for David Beckham, he got his jersey number from Jesus, and it all happened during his controversial 2003 season. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, you don't want to miss the backstory.
David Beckham, he was always going to go for it! Oh yes! And surely a job for David Beckham. No! Oh! That was brilliant!
See, at the time, Beckham was completely revolutionizing football. I mean, his looks and fashion made him more famous off the field than on it. The ladies were tripping, and Beckham was getting all the attention, and it all started getting to his head. United became concerned that Beckham was choosing his celebrity status over the team. At one point, the team's manager, Alex Ferguson, literally saw Beckham walk on the field and be more excited about revealing his new haircut than winning the game. Now, that's crazy. But Beckham, he was bringing so much attention to the team that Alex just couldn't stand having him around anymore. So after an 0-2 loss to Arsenal, the team's boss got so pissed, he literally kicked a boot into Beckham's face, which left him with stitches in a wound just above his left eye. Beckham got so mad that he wanted to have a go at Ferguson, but the other players stopped him. Now, even though it was Alex's fault, this incident was the final straw, and it was finally time to sell Beckham. So Alex called up the one team willing to deal with Beckham's nonsense and shipped him away to Madrid. But to be honest, you could say Beckham took this very personally. He wanted to prove that he was more than his hair, and playing in Manchester wasn't going to be his last dance. So there was only one jersey number he had on his mind, and it was worn by the Black Jesus himself, the legendary Michael Jordan. The next year, Beckham put on number 23 to lead Madrid further in Champions League than Manchester, and proved that a jersey number can change your life, like it did for Neymar.
Neymar. Oh.
This is Neymar. Does he finish it?
See, everyone knows Brazil's national team is one of the best in the world, and the number 10 jersey is exclusively reserved for legends. I mean, the track record speaks for itself. Pelé, Rivaldo, Kaká, Zico, Ronaldinho are other iconic wizards. However, as Ronaldinho's career neared its end, he knew it was time to pass on the jersey to the next big star. But the question now was, who was the next big star in the country? Well, no one was exactly sure until Neymar came along. The Brazilian player was very successful at Santos, and when he moved to Barcelona, that was all Ronaldinho needed to see to bestow the number 10 jersey on Brazil's next superstar. So just before the 2014 World Cup began, Ronaldinho bestowed his blessing upon Neymar, passing him the iconic number 10 jersey. But hey dog, I'm about to bestow my blessings on you right after you subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. So what are you waiting for, man? Click it! And how did Neymar perform? Well, right now, he's the second highest goal scorer in Brazil's history, trailing only Pelé. So it's safe to say that things turned out more than okay. But Neymar isn't the only baller Ronaldinho has handed the number 10 jersey to. So who else could that be? Here's a hint. He's also a Barcelona legend, who played in the legendary MSN trio with Neymar and Suarez. I still don't know who it is. Well, you know him, and I know him, Lionel Messi. When Lionel Messi joined Barcelona, he was a shy kid who simply wanted to play the game. See, back in 2007, when Messi started making a name for himself, all eyes were on him, especially the legendary Ronaldinho. And as soon as Dino saw massive potential, he knew he had no choice. So he took Messi under his wing and made it a side project to turn him into a superstar. But their teammates didn't know the two had become an item, and everybody at Barca wanted Dino gone. As silly as it might sound, they felt Ronnie was only playing for the crowd and not for the team. And to be honest, this pissed them off. So in 2008, Ronaldinho decided to sign with AC Milan. But instead of simply leaving the team on a sour note, he made it his mission to turn Messi into the greatest player ever. And what better way to motivate Messi than handing over his own jersey number? Right when Messi put on that number 10, he began setting world records that led many to recognize him as the GOAT. From a goat to another GOAT? Come on, buddy, there's no way that could have been a coincidence. Now, a legend passing down his number, that's cool and all, but one number was so iconic, it nearly set the game on fire. See, Jude Bellingham is the complete all-around midfielder. I mean, the dude has it all. Skills, goals, tricks, and even a fantastic hairline. Damn! With chicks flocking around this guy, I just can't introduce him to my girlfriend. No man, I just can't. But what sets Jude apart is his intelligence, which he displayed during his time at Birmingham City's academy. But when it came to choosing his jersey number, while other kids were scrambling for popular numbers, Jude remained calm. Then, when it was his turn, he surprised everyone with his quick thinking. He added 3 iconic numbers in football together: 10 plus 8 plus 4. What does that give you? 22, right? Well, that became his new jersey number. He dominates the midfield so well that he reminds me of the legendary Zinedine Zidane. And guess what? After signing for Real Madrid, Bellingham would now wear the number 5, just like his idol Zinedine Zidane. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that was a touchy section to get through. But when I found out Ronaldo's jersey number literally scared him, I knew we just had to talk about it. It was August 12, 2003, and Ronaldo had just signed a $90 million deal with Manchester, making him the highest paid teenager in Premier League history. Since Ronaldo had made a name for himself wearing his iconic 28, it was only expected that he would want to continue wearing the number. However, the first time the boy walked into Manchester's facility, the team's manager, Alex Ferguson, had different plans. You see, Ferguson had just dealt away the face of their team, David Beckham, even though the fans loved him. This was a time when United's coach was under pressure. He had just shipped off the team's talisman and went around telling anyone who cared to listen that the skinny Portuguese kid was coming in to replace their hero. Think about it for a second, cause I'll be pissed myself. But Alex knew Ronaldo's potential, even if Ronaldo didn't know it himself yet. So he pulled Ronaldo into his office and offered him a brand new jersey number. Ferguson looked him in the eye and told him straight up that he wanted him to take the number 7. At first, CR7 was scared of putting on the number. After all, it had been worn by some of football's greatest players ever, and Ronaldo knew that if he didn't live up to that hype, wearing the number could ruin his career. But fast forward 20 years. Not only did he become the best player in Manchester history, not only did he become better than David Beckham, but he's still at the top of the game. Not bad for a kid who was scared to wear a number, I guess. But if we're gonna have to talk about iconic jersey numbers, then we've gotta talk about Antoine Greizmann. See, throughout Griezmann's whole childhood, he was always seen as the small kid who could never make it in football. I mean, everyone rejected him because of his size and his lightweight frame, and that could be very, very hard. When he turned 14, his hometown club, UF Maconnais, gave him his one and only shot at football. Although you could argue that the fact his dad was mayor played a huge part in this. But when the boy put on the number 7 jersey and played against PSG Youth Academy, he was nothing short of unplayable. Everyone was wondering, who the heck is that kid? Who is that number 7 kid? And from that point on, that became his identity. So everywhere you see Antoine now, you see number 7. Antoine's story could be very emotional, but what if I told you that a sportscaster was whacked so hard on the head that she even became breaking news? And that's nothing compared to the other ridiculous moments in football. So what are you waiting for, man? Click this video right here.